Welcome to Black Belt Beauty Radio. Get ready. It's time to rise. Yeah, I see the mind as, you know how I said the heart is the feminine, the mind is the masculine. And in my world,
it's an interesting, I think that's an interesting
way to put
depiction of it. Yeah.
Well, here's the other part that goes with it. The mind is the doing and the heart is the being. And both, you know, the masculine, the feminine, the being and the doing, this is nature. We need both. This is, one doesn't, trump the other. It's that unity, you know, and I remember coming to this in my writing literally decades ago where I'm like, there's no competition between the mind and the heart.
Right.
They're the ultimate team, you know, and
ultimate team.
You want to get to a place where, first of all, you understand that concept, because here's the thing, and I'd love for you to speak on this. You know, we've been groomed to look down on the heart. Don't listen to your heart. You know what I mean? Like it's all, you know, like the heart is weak. We've also been groomed to look outside there. Just keep going there. Build your business, get your degree, go into the relationships, finance. We have not been directed to go into self, you know, to go in. And it's one of the greatest things about, you know, being a writer and, you know, I'm sure, it's always brought me inward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Writing is such a powerful tool. It's been absolutely transformative for me over the years.
I love that you wrote a book. I mean, how did that feel? Because I mean this, your book it's so wonderful. I love that we get to learn about, you know, pieces of your journey. You're very vulnerable and just, I mean, needless to say, authentic. It's just felt throughout the whole book. I also love, just from a writer's perspective, when you really get in the details to bring the reader into, you know, the backyard where you're doing your breath work and taking in nature and connecting. Like, I feel it, right? Then that's your writing. And then, of course, the incredible tools, you know, that you share as these, you know, these practices that can help an individual just, you know, come home to self, feel better in body, and then, you know, move through life in this more kind of whole, you know, optimal state. But yeah, talk to me about, because I know in the book you mentioned that you've always loved writing. You even went to school and, you know, there was a focus on writing, but then your career as an NFL player, but then you come back to writing a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think exactly what you said. Writing has always been this thing that's brought me back into center. You know, it's put me in touch with myself. And it's enabled me to unpack the things that are happening inside of me in a very objective way so that I can see what's true and what's not, what's ego-centered and what's heart-centered, and learning how to discern between the two. I think wherever you're at, whoever you are, if you're compelled to study yourself or get to know yourself better, start journaling. You know, start meditating and start journaling. It's always been massively therapeutic for me. It's always been an unbelievably powerful way for me to learn about the truth of myself, like I said, and discerning what's true and what's fiction. You know, because we walk through life for a long time. We walk through life holding this identity over ourselves. This very specific identity of who we are, what we do, what it's supposed to look like, right and wrong, black and white. It's got to be this, can't be that. If it's that, I'm fucked. Can't be like that. Got to be like this. If it doesn't work out, I'm fucking destroyed, and it's just not real. That's not real. That's all an illusion. There's infinite possibilities. And I think one of the blessings of whatever it is I've done, I can't really tell you. It's just been a daily commitment to getting back to center over and over again and peeling back the layers. And it's looked really ugly. It's looked like shit at times. It's been really difficult, really painful. It has not been easy at all. Like you said, it's a courageous one to follow your heart. It's a courageous journey. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of gentleness, because you're your heaviest, hardest critic, and whether you know it or not. How many times a day does just a thought or something occur, you speak a word, take an action, do something that you're then beating yourself up for it for the next 24 hours, week, month, year, lifetime?
Yeah. I call self-compassion a fucking high performance tool, because it gives you space to be human, and to back the fuck off yourself, allow yourself to learn. Made a mistake. Okay, cool. What can we do? How do we learn? Hard shit. You're going through hard shit. Do you need to be harder on yourself already? So carry on. Sorry, I had to, but it's so true. It's supporting what you're sharing.
The most radically transformative thing I have done in my life is learning how to love myself. The most radically transformative action I've taken.
What does it look like for you, self-love? What is that in your day-to-day life, by way of that? Maybe it's, actually, I don't want to give it. What does it look like? Your version of self-love.
You don't want to give me too much you don't want to give me too much.
I could have served you something right there, but I'm like, no, I want it straight from you.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Well, it's interesting going back to our cultural conditioning, family, friends, school, society, TV, advertising, movies. All of this is conditioning us to think and feel and be a certain way. And when you start, I've seen it in clips that I've posted. I keep saying that you started off with the clip.
It's all good. Bring in the clips.
It's really an interesting. I was thinking about this the other day. Social media is a place where you really see where people are at.
Yeah.
To me, where I'm at now, if someone's full of shit, I see it crystal clear. If someone's real and authentic and in their fucking anchored in their feet, you can see it. You can feel it. And I've had some clips posted where I'm talking about self-love. I believe truly we've moved into this age of love. And people are like, there's wars, there's hunger, there's all this. It's a fucking nightmare, man. The world is fucked. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's true. That is true. But when you think about collectively where we're at and what I'm seeing and the people around me, my immediate community, friends, family, the place I live, the yoga studio I go to and teach at, the greater soul tribe that I'm coming into contact with at events and other things that I go to, and then seeing sort of the collective unfolding through social media, which I think it's an incredible container of consciousness unfolding in front of us. The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, all of it is happening right there. And you can just see it.
Yeah.
doing it the hard way is not working anymore.
Mm.
Doing it the way of violence, will, making it happen, pushing yourself to the limit and over the edge to be successful, whatever, it's destroying people.
Mm.
And so what I mean when I say it appears to me as though we're moving into the age of love, which if you look at the yugas and the yogic like grand calendar of all of the history of the universe, we've moved through the Kali Yuga, and then we're moving back into the Sat Yuga or something like that. So the Kali Yuga is like the age of chaos and death and darkness. We've just moved through that. And we're moving back into this age of love and light. And I've noticed it in myself in my own life, because doing it the hard way, I'm not feeling well, but I still have X, Y, and Z to get done today. You know, I'm moving into a new apartment. I need to get rugs. Fuck. Like, when am I going to go get a rug? You know, I had a call earlier, and I was going to run and try to look at rugs before our podcast. And after my first call, I was like, you know, I feel fucking tired and heavy and worn out. I'm just going to go lie down before this podcast. And I did that. And it was perfect, you know, because I came in here, I have energy, I'm inspired, I'm excited to be here. And then your energy is fantastic. So I feed off of that. And now we get to have a great conversation. And every time in my life now, when I try to go it the hard way, I just get fucking body slammed by the universe. You know, I just get fucking body slammed. The universe is like, no, man, sit the fuck down. Do less. Take it slow.
Yeah.
You don't have to do so much. So then when you ask me more specifically, what does the loving myself look like? It's every time something arises, I'm triggered, I feel anger, I feel shame, I feel not worthy. I just let that feeling be there. And I imagine myself as a little boy. I imagine myself as a little boy, and I just love myself. I hug myself. Say, it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay to be angry. It's valid for you to be angry, actually. For a long time, I beat myself up for being angry. Especially when I started healing and getting on the spiritual path. And be like, Ed, you're fucking spiritual. Why the fuck are you angry?
You're just fucking
judging. Because I'm a human being. Yeah. I'm a fucking human being.
Right.
And yeah, that pissed me off. That's okay. That's okay.
Yep.
I do a lot of hot yoga, Bikram style yoga, 26 and 2. I think it's been the most transformative modality that I've ever done. It's the most psychedelic experience of anything I've ever done. Ayahuasca, mushrooms, LSD. Nothing puts you in confrontation with yourself like stepping into a 105-degree room with 50% humidity, and you're doing the same 26 fucking postures, and you're just put to the test of who you are and where you're at. And you can't go anywhere.
There you are.
You can't go anywhere. So it's like, well, I have to just be with myself. And it's really hard to be in there and to be in complete conflict with yourself and not be able to go anywhere. The only thing you can do is surrender to where you're at. That's all you can do, because you're so fucking hot. You feel like you're going to die. You're really lucky when you're in that room and you get to that place where you actually believe, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And then you just lay there, you keep breathing. And all of a sudden you pass through this corridor and you're into this unimaginable bliss, and you did nothing. You just sat with it. And I've been in that room, and it's really been a practice to, when I'm feeling that, whatever it is comes up, rage, anxiety, shame, guilt, just utter suffering. And then to really intentionally practice loving whatever sensation comes up. Love it, man. Don't run away. Don't tell yourself it's supposed to be different. Don't fucking try to escape. We've got a million ways to escape nowadays. What if you just be with that thing and you love it because it's you and you love that thing? All of a sudden, love is like this fucking wave that just washes everything away.
I've been journaling my entire life, and it's helped me to develop the most empowered, loving, and trusted relationship with myself. Journaling is a powerful tool that helps you to gain more self-love and self-confidence. It can help you get unstuck when you need clarity the most, and it helps you to powerfully move through any and all of your life challenges. It's a pathway to manifesting your biggest desires in life while creating an unbreakable relationship with your authentic self. I created You Are the Path, a guided and illustrated journal to help you gain all of this in your own life. In this 7x10 mystical journal, you get a personal introduction and final thoughts message from me, 7 guided and illustrated sections with lined pages and 5 thought-provoking journal prompts, 7 empowering quotes from me. You get 1 freestyle creative section full of blank pages for drawing and sketching, and you get the beautiful artwork designed by talented artist Emerald Patchett. There are 120 pages of pure possibilities waiting for you in this journal. You Are the Path was born to help you create, discover, and illuminate the path that is you. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode, you guys. If you loved it, please share it on your social. Throw it up on your Instagram stories and tag me. I'm at Black Belt Beauty. I am also at Roxy Look, RoxyLook. I love connecting with you guys. This is a conversation that I want to just continue growing with you guys. So if you feel inspired to hit me up, do so in that space. I always enjoy hearing from you. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can do so by rating it and reviewing it via iTunes. It's such supportive help, you guys. It really helps the visibility of this podcast. So I appreciate and thank you in advance for doing that. And on that note, you guys, I'm signing off with all my love and always looking forward to catching you on the next.